Today's Toy Spot, we are having a look at the DC Collectibles, DC Icons, the Flash. The Flash looks like he comes with a speed treadmill as well as some interchangeable hands. This comes to us from the folks over at DC Collectibles. This is figure number 5. Side of the box features the Flash, Chain Lightning, and on the back, the other figures available. There's the Flash, Blue Beetle, there's Black Adam, and Lex Luthor. Designed by Ivan Rice, sculpted by Amos Hemsley. Spot's going to take a break and get this opened up, but when we come back, we're going to get a better look at the DC Icons, number 5, The Flash. There's more heading away, guys. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. With the Flash out of the package, let's first have a look at the speed treadmill that comes with the figure. Very nicely detailed. It's hollow plastic, but certainly make up for it in a fantastic sculpt and paint application. A couple holes on the side there. That comes with the little readout control console. That plugs in just like that, and just like that. And you've got yourself the speed. You know what? I've done this upside down. I knew I was going to do it. I did it upside down. Let's spin it around. There we go. And in place. Little peg point was the indicator. Spot had it the wrong way. Looks cool. That's a good way to display him. I might just display him on his own, but I think it's neat that they would have included that. Flash also comes with a couple of pairs of, well, one single pair. There he goes. One single pair of interchangeable hands. One's a closed fist. One's more like running flat palm that you can change out to the figure itself. The figure currently has one flat palm and one partially open hand. You will probably see one thing that's wrong with this particular figure, and that's when I took it out of the packaging. One of the wings here, as you can see, has broken off. And I have to take some glue and glue that in place. I always seem to have problems with Flash. I don't know what it is. He's cursed in the sense that every time I take a Flash out of the package, usually one of these always ends up breaking. The figure itself is pretty good. I really like what they're... this is now the second wave that we're having a look at. DC Collectibles continues to impress me with this new Icons line. Somebody said that they are 6 inches in height. I don't know, for some reason they just appear smaller, but I guess it's because the other figures are taller in height. The figure is good though, a really solid sculpt on the torso especially. It's a very chiseled cut. He also has the shinier boots, which seems to be carrying over from the Batman that we've already had a look at. As for his face, let's bring the camera into his face here. Well, not right into his face. You know what I mean. Face is good. Not really a lot of expression to his face, necessarily. But I think the skin complexion, the skin color that they went with, is a little more natural than the original Batman that we had to look at. Nice choice of red too, a very primary red with primary yellow. Perfect for a character such as the Flash. In the way of his posability, Flash's head is on a ball joint. Moves left and right. Again, be very careful with these that you don't break these off, especially taking them out of the package. I wasn't expecting that to happen. Again, I'll just have to add some glue, get some glue going, glue that into place. He has an upper torso ball joint, so that rotates. And I like that they would have included the ball joints at the top. It just gives a little extra dynamic, especially if you have Flash running. Just seems like he can get a little more going when he's got the ball joint crunch or ball joint cut at the top of the torso here. He does have still a lower crunch, which now has replaced a waist swivel. I guess really it's more logical to have the ball joint at the top rather than a waist swivel here, because this really serves a lot of the purpose that a waist swivel would give you anyways. Shoulders hinge out. They also rotate all the way around with a top swivel for the bicep, the double bend elbow, a rotation and hinge in the hand, and then you've got the ball joint legs, double hinged knees, a bend in the foot, as well as a pivot. You can find these. I believe they are now in comic book stores. And I like them. I do like them. I'm still a little weird on the size. I guess that is a correct size. They just do really come across smaller than some of the other figures that we've been looking at. Flash, though, really strong contender for one of my favorite Flashes. Face, I think, is pretty good. I wish this didn't break off, but still, I like also the inclusion of the treadmill, which is a nice touch. Even if you don't necessarily display Flash with it, it's pretty cool, you got to admit, that they would have included that. Today's Toy Spot, we were having a look at the DC Collectibles, the DC Icons, Flash. Stay tuned, guys. Spot's going to have more Toy Spots heading your way. As always, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.